Welcome to the Wonder Lab. Since the beginning of time, humanity has searched for patterns, not in the chaos of storms nor in the randomness of life, but in the hidden order beneath it all, a subtle rhythm, a cosmic pulse, a secret language whispered by the universe itself. Look closely at the world around you. The spiral of a seashell, the branching of a tree, the path of a river as it carves the land. Each seems simple at first, yet each follows a pattern far older, far deeper than our understanding. Ancient civilizations knew this. They left behind structures aligned to the stars, temples carved with proportions that echo the very fabric of existence, symbols and numbers etched into stone that have endured thousands of years. They understood something we are only beginning to glimpse, that the universe is not random. It is written. Numbers, shapes, frequencies, these are not mere abstractions. They are the language of creation itself. The golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, sacred geometries repeating endlessly from galaxies to atoms, a code hidden in plain sight, waiting for those willing to see. Perhaps the universe is a puzzle, and every pattern, every proportion, every vibration is a clue to the ultimate design. It is as if reality itself is a living manuscript, each moment a word, each life a sentence, each star a paragraph in an endless story. And yet, this knowledge was never meant to be easy. It was kept in myths, in sacred texts, in the whispers of the wind and the stones. Those who sought it had to look beyond the obvious, to see the invisible threads that connect all things, to hear the music hidden in the silence of the cosmos. We are on the threshold of understanding. The same patterns that guided the architects of ancient temples still govern the spiral of galaxies, the motion of planets, the growth of every living cell. From the macrocosm to the microcosm, from the stars above to the atoms within, the code persists, unbroken, eternal. This documentary is a journey into that code, not a journey through time alone, but a journey through meaning, through pattern, through the hidden architecture of reality. We will explore the golden ratio, the geometry of life, the music of the spheres, and the mysterious ways the universe communicates with itself. Somewhere in these patterns lies the ultimate question. Is the universe conscious? Is it alive? Or are we simply discovering the memory of creation itself, encoded in the fabric of existence? As we embark on this journey, look closely, listen carefully, and allow yourself to see the invisible. Because everything you think you know about reality, everything you understand about space and time, may be only the surface of a code far deeper, the secret code of the universe. Since the dawn of human consciousness, there has been a yearning, a quiet, persistent need to understand the forces that shape the cosmos, and with it, life itself. Long before telescopes or quantum theory, before mathematics was formalized, our ancestors recognized that the universe speaks a language of patterns, of repetition, of rhythm. Look at the night sky. Countless stars stretch across the black canvas, forming constellations that have guided sailors, farmers, and seekers of knowledge for millennia. Yet, these are not merely dots of light scattered at random. They follow laws, ratios, harmonies. They are arranged with precision, as if the universe itself were a composition, and every star, every orbit, every pulse of light is a note in an eternal symphony. The ancients knew this. From the pyramids of Giza to the stone circles of Europe, from the temples of Angkor to the ruins of Teotihuacan, the evidence is undeniable. They built not only with stone, but with knowledge of the cosmic code. The same mathematical principles that guide the stars echoed in the proportions of their monuments, in the layout of cities, in the alignment of altars. Numbers were more than tools. They were sacred symbols, keys to unlock the order of existence. The number 3 symbolizing harmony, the number 7 echoing the rhythm of planets and moon phases, the number 12 marking cycles of time, of seasons, of celestial alignment, and deeper still lies the golden ratio, F, a proportion found in the spirals of galaxies, the curve of seashells, the structure of flowers, and the growth of human anatomy itself. It is a pattern that bridges the organic and the cosmic, a secret script written into the very fabric of reality, even in the smallest scales, in the dance of subatomic particles. In the waves of energy that underpin matter, patterns persist. Energy vibrates, oscillates, creating a resonance that binds the universe together. These vibrations are a language, a code, a rhythm that resonates through time and space. Consider the Fibonacci sequence: 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. It appears in sunflower seeds, pine cones, hurricanes, and the spirals of galaxies. It is as if nature itself counts, measures, and follows rules that are both simple and infinitely complex. The ancients also understood frequency. Plato spoke of the music of the spheres, the invisible harmony that emanates from the movement of planets. Pythagoras discovered that vibrating strings produce tones governed by exact mathematical ratios. In every vibration, a truth is embedded. The cosmos is alive with information. It communicates not in words, but in geometry, in frequency, in form. Even life itself is built on this hidden language. DNA spirals in a double helix, following the same spiral seen in galaxies. Cells divide, grow, and replicate according to ratios and patterns. The body is a symphony of codes, an echo of the larger order of the cosmos, yet this language was never meant to be simple. It was hidden in plain sight, encoded in nature, in mathematics, in sound, so that only those who looked with patience, with awareness, could begin to understand. Throughout history, seekers of the code emerged. Priests, philosophers, and scientists, they observed, they calculated, they recorded. Some discovered the same truths independently across continents. From the Vedic scholars in India to the Mayan astronomers in Central America, from the architects of Egyptian pyramids to the philosophers of Greece, a singular realization appears again and again. The universe is not chaos. It is ordered, and this order can be read, interpreted, and perhaps even understood, but the code is elusive. It does not reveal itself easily. It is not in words nor in symbols alone, but in the relationships between them. It is a living language, written in geometry, in resonance, in repetition, stretching from the smallest particle to the largest star, binding all things into a single coherent design. As we embark on this journey, we will uncover the layers of this cosmic language. We will explore the principles hidden in numbers, patterns embedded in nature, and frequencies that shape the world. We will witness how ancient civilizations encoded this knowledge into monuments and sacred sites, ensuring it would survive the rise and fall of empires. The universe is speaking. It speaks in spirals and circles, in ratios and proportions, in the cadence of time and the pulse of matter. The language of creation is all around us, and those who learn to listen can begin to read it. This is the first step into a journey of discovery, a journey through the secret code that underlies all existence, the hidden script that connects every atom, every life, every star. To understand it is to glimpse the mind of the cosmos itself, and perhaps to understand ourselves in ways we have never imagined. There's a number that whispers through existence itself, a number that the ancients revered, that appears in the spiral of galaxies, the curve of seashells, and even the structure of our own bodies. It is known as the golden ratio, a proportion so precise, so harmonious, that some have called it the signature of the universe. Look closely at a sunflower. Its seeds are arranged in spirals, radiating from the center following a sequence that is neither random nor accidental. Count them, trace the spirals, and you will see the same rhythm appear in pine cones, hurricanes, the horns of rams, the spiral of a galaxy. Leonardo da Vinci saw it in his paintings. The Parthenon embodies it in stone. From Renaissance art to ancient temples, the golden ratio has guided the hands of creators across time. But why? Because it reflects a harmony that the universe itself follows, a proportion that balances growth and space, energy and matter, form and function. The golden ratio, represented by the Greek letter phi skier, is approximately 1.618, a number that appears over and over in nature. The spiral of a galaxy, the shape of a hurricane, the twisting of DNA all seem to echo this ratio, linking the microcosm to the macrocosm. Ancient civilizations understood this intuitively, even before the number had a name. The Egyptians used it to design the Great Pyramid. The Greeks embedded it in their architecture and art. The Maya incorporated it into their calendars and temples. They may not have understood the mathematics as we do today, but they understood its essence, a universal code, a pattern that binds reality together. But the golden ratio is more than numbers or geometry. It is a reflection of harmony, of balance, of the underlying order that permeates all things. It is the bridge between chaos and structure, the invisible thread connecting the stars above to the cells within our bodies. Even in the human form, it appears. The proportions of the face, the placement of the limbs, the spiral of the cochlea in the ear, all demonstrate a subtle, intrinsic beauty, a resonance with the universe itself. It is as if our bodies were designed to echo the cosmos, to reflect the hidden mathematics of existence, and the influence of phi extends beyond the tangible. In music, in sound, in the resonance of vibration, it manifests in tones and harmonics that are pleasing to the ear. The universe communicates through resonance, and the golden ratio is its recurring motif, a code that vibrates through matter and energy alike. Consider the spiral of a galaxy, billions of stars swirling in a pattern of staggering precision. Its arms curl according to the same ratio that governs a sunflower or the unfurling of a fern. The cosmos itself is an expression of phi, a living testament to the existence of a hidden design. Yet this knowledge has often been hidden, encoded in myths, symbols, sacred architecture. Those who discovered it were revered as magicians, priests, and philosophers. They understood that by aligning with the golden ratio, they could tap into the harmony of the universe itself, unlocking insights into creation, energy, and consciousness. From the tiniest shells to the vastest galaxies, the golden ratio is a language, a script written across all levels of reality. It is not imposed by humans, it is discovered by them, revealing a truth that has existed long before we could name it. As we continue this journey, we will see how the golden ratio manifests in nature, in architecture, in art, and in the structure of life itself. We will uncover the secret patterns that connect us to the stars, and the ancient knowledge that recognized these rhythms, preserving them through millennia. The golden ratio is more than mathematics. It is a key, a compass, a whisper from the universe itself. It tells us that we are not separate from the cosmos, that every curve, every spiral, every vibration is part of a greater symphony, a cosmic code that has endured across time and space. To understand phi is to glimpse the architecture of creation. It is to see the hidden order, the invisible scaffolding that holds the universe together. It is to recognize that beauty is not random, but a reflection of balance, proportion, and the eternal language of reality. And so, as we explore the patterns embedded in every leaf, every star, every heartbeat, We begin to read the first lines of the universe's secret manuscript, a language older than humanity itself, waiting to be understood, waiting to awaken in the minds of those who seek it. Look closely at a forest. The branches of a tree do not spread randomly. They divide, they grow, they spiral with purpose. The veins of a leaf, the petals of a flower, even the path of a river carving through rock, all follow patterns that are precise, elegant, and repeating. This is sacred geometry, the language through which life itself is written. Every form in nature carries this invisible blueprint. From the tiny seed to the vastness of a galaxy, geometry dictates growth, balance, and harmony. Consider the nautilus shell, curling in a perfect logarithmic spiral, or the sunflower, whose seeds align in spirals that follow the Fibonacci sequence. These are not mere coincidences. They are the signatures of a universal code, encoded in every living and non-living form. Even the water we drink follows this pattern. The hexagonal symmetry of snowflakes, the way molecules bond, the structures that form under vibration, geometry underlies reality itself. It is the silent architect, guiding matter and energy, ensuring balance and coherence across the cosmos. Humans have long recognized these forms as sacred. From the mandalas of Tibet to the yantras of India, from Gothic cathedrals in Europe to the temples of Angkor, every culture encoded this universal geometry in their sacred art. They intuited what modern science is only beginning to quantify, that the universe is not chaos, but ordered, that every curve, every angle, every spiral has meaning, the triangle, a symbol of balance and strength, the circle representing unity, infinity, and wholeness, the square embodying stability and foundation. These shapes repeat across scales, from microscopic crystal lattices to planetary orbits. They are nature's alphabet, and understanding them is akin to reading the language of creation itself. The flower of life, a geometric symbol found in temples and manuscripts worldwide, encapsulates these principles. Overlapping circles, radiating patterns, spirals within spirals, it represents connectivity, interdependence, and the infinite. It is geometry as philosophy, mathematics as mysticism. Those who study it do not merely see shapes. They perceive relationships, resonance, and flow. Sacred geometry is also a blueprint for life's evolution. The branching of rivers mimics the growth of trees, which mirrors the branching of blood vessels and neurons. Patterns repeat because they are efficient, because they resonate with the frequencies of existence itself. The universe prefers harmony. It chooses forms that endure. It speaks through structure, proportion, and repetition. Even the human body is a living embodiment of these principles. From the spiral of the cochlea in the ear, to the curves of the human spine, to the ratio of fingers and limbs, geometry is written into our biology. We are not separate observers. We are participants in a pattern that stretches from atom to star, from molecule to galaxy, from thought to cosmos. Animals, too, reflect this sacred structure. The hexagonal honeycomb of bees, the spirals of shells, the symmetry of butterflies' wings, all demonstrate an innate understanding of balance and efficiency. It is as if life itself intuitively follows the universe's instructions, an unwritten agreement between matter and mathematics. Even at the microscopic level, sacred geometry governs creation. DNA twists into a double helix. Photon waves propagate in predictable interference patterns. Atoms bond to form crystals. Molecules self-assemble, all according to principles discovered and admired by the ancients. It is here, in the smallest scales, that the universality of geometry becomes clear. It is the skeleton of existence, invisible yet omnipresent, and yet this language is subtle. It cannot be seen unless we slow down, unless we observe with awareness and intention. Every spiral, every proportion, every symmetry is a whisper from the cosmos, guiding the unfolding of life, teaching balance, resilience, and harmony. In studying sacred geometry, we reconnect with the universe itself. We begin to see the interlocking patterns that shape stars, planets, mountains, oceans, and life. We learn that everything is interconnected, that every form is a reflection of the whole, and that the cosmos is a living tapestry of patterns. Resonating across time and space, this knowledge was revered for a reason. It guided architects, healers, astronomers, and mystics alike. It is the silent code behind the monuments, the temples, and the cathedrals. It is the order that allows life to flourish, the principle that maintains harmony in the chaos of existence. As we continue this journey, we will see how these forms extend beyond the physical, into sound, vibration, and consciousness itself. We will explore how sacred geometry connects the seen and unseen, the material and immaterial, the mind and the cosmos. Sacred geometry is not merely a study of shapes. It is a gateway to understanding the universe, a lens through which the hidden architecture of reality becomes visible. It teaches that all forms, from the smallest particle to the vastest galaxy, follow a rhythm, a logic, a code that we are only beginning to read. To understand these patterns is to read the language of creation. It is to see the invisible threads that connect all things, and to recognize that every form, every curve, every spiral is an echo of the universe's mind, an eternal signature of its intelligence, its harmony, its life. From the dawn of human thought, we have felt it, a rhythm, a pulse, a subtle vibration coursing through existence. Not in words, not in sight alone, but in sound itself. The universe speaks in frequencies, a cosmic symphony that resonates from the smallest particle to the largest galaxy. The Pythagoreans called it the music of the spheres. They believed that the planets and stars move according to mathematical ratios, producing tones beyond the hearing of mortal ears, a harmony so perfect that it governs the motions of heaven itself. Though invisible and inaudible, it is everywhere, in the turning of planets, the orbit of moons, the spin of galaxies, and even in the rhythms of life on Earth. Listen to the ocean waves crashing on the shore. Hear the wind flowing through the trees. Feel the heartbeat within your chest. All of these vibrations, these frequencies, are echoes of the same universal music. Each particle, each star, each wave of energy is a note in a cosmic composition that has been playing since the beginning of time. Sound is creation itself. In the sacred texts of India, the universe begins with the Om, the primordial vibration from which all existence unfolds. In the Hebrew Kabbalah, God speaks the universe into being, a divine resonance shaping matter from the void. Across cultures and continents, humanity recognized the same truth. Frequency is the language of existence. Consider resonance, the phenomenon where one vibration triggers another. A single note can shatter glass or set a pendulum swinging in perfect unison. This principle applies not only to sound, but to the very structure of the universe. Galaxies resonate, planets oscillate, DNA coils vibrate, all responding to patterns and frequencies inherent in creation itself. The study of sound, of frequency, of vibration, was not limited to philosophy. Ancient civilizations harnessed it. Temples were constructed with acoustic properties that amplified sacred chants. Stone chambers in Europe and the Americas were designed to resonate at specific frequencies. It is as if they understood, long before modern science, that sound can influence matter, consciousness, and reality itself. Even the human body is a symphony. Cells vibrate, organs pulse. The brain emits oscillations that correspond to consciousness, thought, and emotion. Our physical and mental health resonates with certain frequencies, and imbalance disrupts harmony. Music, chanting, and meditation are tools to realign the body with universal patterns. We are both listeners and instruments in this cosmic orchestra. Consider planetary harmonics, the distance between planets. Their orbital speeds and their mass ratios produce vibrations that ripple through space-time. Each planetary system has its own unique tone, and each galaxy carries a resonance of its spiral arms. The cosmos itself sings a vast, eternal melody beyond the perception of our senses, yet measurable in mathematics, in frequency, in resonance. Quantum physics reveals that even at the subatomic level, vibration governs reality. Particles are energy, oscillating at specific frequencies. The entire universe, down to the tiniest atom, is in constant motion, communicating, interacting, resonating. In this way, sound is not just metaphorical, it is literal, the foundation of all matter and energy. The ancients understood intuitively what modern science is only beginning to quantify. Everything is vibration, everything is frequency, and everything is interconnected. The temples, pyramids, and sacred structures were more than monuments. They were instruments tuned to the harmony of the cosmos. By entering them, chanting within them, or aligning their structures with celestial cycles, humanity could resonate with the very music of creation. This resonance is also visible in patterns. Spirals, circles, and fractals vibrate in perfect proportion. The golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, and other geometric patterns correspond to frequencies that occur naturally in sound, light, and matter. Nature, it seems, does not simply grow. It vibrates, sings, and dances according to a universal score. The music of the spheres is more than a concept. It is evidence of intelligence, of order, of design embedded in the cosmos. It whispers to us through the wind, through water, through the rhythm of our own hearts. It tells us that creation is alive, conscious, and inherently harmonious. As we continue our journey, we will see how the language of frequency interacts with geometry, how vibrations sculpt matter, how sound shapes consciousness, and how the universe communicates through resonance. We are not separate observers. We are part of the orchestra, our thoughts and emotions contributing to the cosmic symphony. Understanding these vibrations is a key to understanding reality itself. It is a way to perceive the hidden code that governs galaxies, life, and thought. The music of the spheres is not lost. It surrounds us, pulses within us, and waits for those who listen carefully enough to hear the secret song of the universe. Across the span of human history, there have been those who observed the heavens, the earth, and the patterns that bind them together. They were not merely builders, artists, or rulers. They were architects of the unseen, interpreters of the cosmic code, designers who understood that every stone, every alignment, every proportion carried a message, a language written by the universe itself. Look at the pyramids of Egypt. The massive stones, carved with precision and aligned with the stars, stand as silent testimony to a knowledge that defies time. These were not mere tombs. They were instruments designed to resonate with the cycles of the sun, the moon, and the planets. The architects understood angles, ratios, and geometry, not as abstract concepts, but as living principles, through which the cosmos could be mirrored on Earth. Thousands of miles away, in the Americas, the Maya constructed temples that align with solstices, eclipses, and planetary cycles. They mapped the heavens with incredible precision, tracking the movements of Venus and Mars, creating calendars and structures that reflected celestial harmony. Every stone, every stair, every corridor was placed intentionally, encoding knowledge in the very fabric of their cities. In Europe, Gothic cathedrals rise to the sky with spires and arches calculated to amplify light and sound, drawing the eyes and hearts of those within toward a cosmic perspective. Sacred geometry dictated the height, the curve, the symmetry. Mathematics became poetry, structure became philosophy, and architecture became a bridge between human consciousness and universal truth. Even in Asia, ancient architects of India, Cambodia, and China constructed temples and palaces following proportions that echo the golden ratio, aligning doors, windows, and altars with the rising and setting of celestial bodies. They understood, perhaps intuitively, that earthly structures could serve as mirrors of cosmic order, channels through which energy and consciousness flowed. But it was not only the placement of stone that mattered. Patterns, repetition, symmetry, and proportion were woven into every design. Spirals mirrored the paths of planets. Triangles represented stability and harmony. Circles symbolized unity, eternity, and the infinite. Every pattern, every alignment, every ratio was a note in a universal score, a hidden language meant to communicate with those attuned to the cosmos. The concept of a sacred blueprint is not limited to monuments. Even ancient cities were designed according to geometric and astronomical principles. Roads, plazas, and temples were arranged to align with cardinal directions, solstices, and equinoxes. Every path was intentional, every space meaningful, reflecting a deep understanding that the built environment could shape human consciousness, connecting the earthly with the celestial. These architects were not isolated geniuses. They were part of a tradition, a lineage of knowledge passed down through generations. From Mesopotamia to the Indus Valley, from Egypt to Mesoamerica, there is evidence of a common understanding that geometry, proportion, and alignment were not just tools, but keys to accessing hidden truths, to unlocking the patterns of the universe. Mathematics was sacred. Numbers were symbols, codes, and guides. The number 3 symbolized balance. The number 7 corresponded to celestial cycles. The number 12 reflected the rhythm of time, the zodiac, and human perception. Ratios, sequences, and spirals were woven into every design, ensuring that structures resonated not only with space and light, but with the energies of life itself. Even materials carried meaning. Stone, metal, wood, selected for their resonance, their vibrational properties, their ability to channel energy and consciousness. Some structures were built on ley lines, aligning with the Earth's magnetic currents, creating centers of power, meditation, and insight. These were not mere coincidences. They were deliberate acts of encoding knowledge into matter itself, and yet, much of this understanding has been forgotten. Temples crumble, monuments erode, and cities vanish. Yet the patterns persist, waiting to be rediscovered, waiting for those who can see beyond the surface, to read the language embedded in stone, earth, and sky. The architects of the past were not merely creators. They were teachers, philosophers, and keepers of the cosmic code. Their works endure as silent instruction, showing us how geometry, proportion, and alignment reflect deeper truths. They demonstrate that the universe is coherent, ordered, and intelligible, and that those who learn to interpret its language can glimpse the patterns that govern existence itself. As we journey through these ancient patterns, we begin to see the interconnections between number, shape, frequency, and consciousness. The code is everywhere, in the spirals of a temple staircase, in the alignment of a pyramid, in the layout of a city, in the motion of planets. It is a universal script written in matter and energy, designed to guide those who seek and to whisper the secrets of creation to anyone willing to listen. The ancient architects left us more than monuments. They left us maps, not of land, but of understanding, of knowledge encoded in the geometry of life itself. Every line, every proportion, every alignment is a key, unlocking insight into the forces that shape the universe, revealing that creation is not random, but deliberate, ordered, and meaningful. To study these hidden patterns is to reconnect with the wisdom of our ancestors, to perceive the universe as they did, as a living, breathing, ordered system, a cosmic symphony where every element, every structure, every life resonates with a universal intelligence. And so, as we leave the stones and temples of the past, we carry with us a new awareness that the code of the universe is not hidden in some distant realm, but engraved in the world around us, in the very patterns that shape our reality, waiting for the curious, the observant, and the awakened to read its silent, eternal message. Beneath the surface of what we see lies a reality far stranger than anything the eye can perceive. A reality where particles exist in multiple states at once, where energy and matter are interchangeable, where probability shapes existence. This is the quantum world, the hidden code that underpins all that is. At the smallest scales, the universe behaves not as solid objects, but as waves of information oscillating, interacting, and resonating with one another. Every electron, every photon, every quark carries information, responds to patterns, and obeys rules that suggest intelligence, structure, and order. It is as if the universe is a computer, and reality itself is a program written in quantum code. Particles encode data, entangle across distances, communicate instantaneously in ways that defy classical physics. Space and time become pliable, a medium for information to flow, a network connecting every atom, every star, every living being. The laws of quantum mechanics reveal a startling truth. The universe is fundamentally informational. It is a system of codes, patterns, and relationships. Observation, consciousness, and measurement are not passive. They interact with reality, shaping it, revealing the astonishing possibility that life itself participates in the unfolding of the cosmic code. Imagine a lattice of energy, where every point contains data about the entire system. Particles do not merely collide, they exchange information. They resonate with frequencies, interact with unseen forces, and align themselves according to rules that suggest an inherent intelligence. This is not chaos. This is the hidden program of existence, encoded in waves, fields, and probabilities. At the heart of this quantum universe lies entanglement, a phenomenon that Albert Einstein once called spooky action at a distance. Two particles, separated by light years, respond instantly to one another as if connected by invisible threads. Information is not localized, it is universal. Every action, every vibration, every wave carries meaning, linking the smallest scales to the cosmos itself. This code is mirrored in life. DNA, the blueprint of biology, is a sequence of information, a pattern that dictates the growth, behavior, and evolution of organisms. Just as quantum fields encode reality, DNA encodes life, a repeating, self-organizing pattern that resonates with universal principles. The universe is simultaneously simple and complex. It obeys rules that are elegant, precise, and deeply mathematical. Yet within these rules, infinite possibilities emerge. The quantum code allows for creation, variation, and evolution. It is a system of intelligence, not imposed, but intrinsic, a network where matter, energy, and information are inseparable. Consider the holographic principle, the idea that each part contains information about the whole. Every particle, every wave, reflects the universe in miniature. It is as if creation is layered, like pages in an infinite book, each page encoding the structure and story of the cosmos, waiting for those who can read the code to understand its design. Human consciousness may itself be entwined with this quantum code. Thoughts, emotions, and intentions resonate at frequencies, interacting with fields that extend beyond the physical body. We are not passive observers. We are participants, interpreters, and co-creators. tuned into a universal program that governs reality itself. Throughout history, mystics, philosophers, and scientists have glimpsed this invisible order. From the sages of India to modern physicists, there is a recognition that reality is information, and that the hidden structure of the universe is accessible to those who seek. Observe and understand. The quantum world is not only the foundation of matter, it is the medium of consciousness, of life, of energy, the space where patterns emerge, interact, and evolve. It is the most profound evidence that the universe is a living code, not random, not chaotic, but intelligent, coherent, and purposeful. As we delve deeper into this exploration, we will see how these quantum patterns connect with geometry, frequency, and consciousness, how the ancient architects may have intuitively understood these principles, and how the very structure of reality carries messages, codes, and rhythms that link every particle to every star, every life to the cosmos itself. To understand quantum codes is to glimpse the blueprint of existence. It is to see the universe not as a collection of separate objects, but as a network of information, vibration, and pattern, a cosmic algorithm that binds everything together. The code is infinite, subtle, and eternal, but for those who listen, it is the key to understanding the deepest truths of creation, life, and consciousness. Beneath every living form lies a structure so intricate, so precise, that it mirrors the architecture of the cosmos itself. This structure is DNA, the blueprint of life. Within its double helix spirals, information flows in sequences of letters, codes that dictate growth, function, and evolution. It is life's language, written in patterns, ratios, and rhythms that echo the universal code. Consider the spiral of DNA. It twists and turns, folding upon itself, yet within this elegant dance lies every instruction needed to construct an organism. From the tiniest bacterium to the complexity of a human being, the same principles apply: repetition, resonance, and proportion. It is as if the universe speaks through these sequences, embedding the hidden patterns of reality into the fabric of life itself. Every cell, every organ, every function is orchestrated by this genetic symphony. Genes activate and deactivate in response to environmental signals, sensing, adapting, and interacting with the world. Even at the molecular level, there is purpose, order, and harmony. The instructions are precise yet flexible, a balance of structure and freedom, mirroring the quantum codes and geometric patterns we have explored. The discovery of DNA revealed that life is not random. It is a sequence of codes, a set of instructions encoded in molecules, which, when read and expressed correctly, create a living, breathing organism. The patterns in DNA are not merely biological. They echo the spirals of galaxies, the proportions of the golden ratio, the resonance of cosmic frequencies. Life, in its essence, is a reflection of the universe's hidden architecture. Even more astonishing is the universality of this code. The same nucleotides, adenine, thymine, cytosine, guanine, are found in every organism on Earth. This is a testament to a profound order, a single script upon which life is written. It connects all living beings across time and space through an invisible, elegant, and enduring pattern. Beyond its biological role, DNA carries information in ways we are only beginning to understand. Recent research reveals that it can respond to frequencies, vibrations, and energies. It can fold and unfold in patterns influenced by light, sound, and even thought. This suggests a deeper truth. Life is not isolated from the universe, but intimately connected to the same codes that govern stars, galaxies, and atoms. The concept of a blueprint takes on new meaning here. DNA is not merely a set of instructions. It is a living record of evolution, adaptation, and cosmic harmony. It embodies mathematical principles, ratios, and sequences that reflect the universal code, from the Fibonacci spirals in the structure of chromosomes to the fractal patterns in growth and reproduction. Consider the phenomenon of epigenetics. Genes do not act in isolation. They interact with signals from the environment, switching on or off in response to experience. Life itself becomes a dynamic interplay of information, where consciousness, energy, and matter meet, and where the universe communicates its patterns through the medium of biology. Ancient traditions recognized this intuitively. The spiral, the circle, the branching pattern, all sacred symbols found in human art and ritual, are reflected in the structure of life itself. They encoded knowledge of nature's patterns, anticipating discoveries that science would only confirm millennia later. From the tiniest microorganisms to the human brain, the code of life resonates with universal rhythms. Cells divide in precise sequences, molecules interact according to defined patterns, and the architecture of organisms mirrors cosmic order. Life is a microcosm of the universe, and DNA is its script, writing the story of existence with a precision and elegance that rivals the stars themselves. The implications are profound. To understand DNA is to understand not only life on Earth, but the hidden mechanisms that connect matter, energy, and information. It reveals a universe in which everything is connected, where every atom, every molecule, every organism resonates with a universal code. As we journey deeper, we will see how consciousness interacts with these codes, how life itself is a participant in the unfolding patterns of reality, and how understanding DNA brings us closer to deciphering the ultimate secret, the cosmic blueprint that links all existence. DNA is more than molecules. It is life's reflection of the universe, a living, breathing embodiment of geometry, frequency, and information. It carries the code of creation within every cell, connecting us to the cosmos in ways we are only beginning to understand. And so, as we explore the mysteries of life's architecture, we begin to see the universe within ourselves, and ourselves within the universe. Written in the language of spirals, sequences, and patterns, a cosmic script that has endured for billions of years, and will continue infinitely as long as the code of life persists. What is consciousness? It is more than thought, more than awareness, more than perception. It is the lens through which reality is experienced, the medium through which information, frequency, and pattern converge. Consciousness is the key that allows us to read the universe, to perceive its hidden codes, and to interact with the eternal rhythms of existence. From the dawn of humanity, philosophers and mystics have pondered this question. Is consciousness a byproduct of the brain, or is it a fundamental aspect of the universe itself? Modern science hints at an astonishing truth. Consciousness may not only perceive reality, it may actively participate in shaping it. Consider the observer effect in quantum physics. Particles behave differently when observed. The act of measurement alters reality. Could this mean that consciousness itself is an active component of the cosmic code? Is our awareness not passive, but a form of resonance, interacting with the vibrations, frequencies, and patterns that shape existence? The ancients intuited a similar truth. In Eastern philosophies, consciousness is a field, an interconnected network linking all things. In Kabbalistic teachings, awareness is the thread through which creation unfolds. Shamanic traditions speak of mind as a bridge to unseen worlds, where patterns, archetypes, and universal truths can be perceived and accessed. Consciousness interacts with geometry, frequency, and information. The spirals of galaxies, the Fibonacci sequences in life, the resonance of sound, all can be influenced, perceived, and understood through awareness. Meditation, contemplation, and focused observation are not mere practices. They are tools to tune the mind to the frequency of reality itself. Even biology responds to consciousness. Studies reveal that thoughts, intention, and emotion can influence cells, altering behavior, growth, and even genetic expression. The code of life is not isolated from the observer. It resonates with awareness, demonstrating a profound link between mind and matter, between consciousness and the universal pattern. Consciousness may also extend beyond the individual. Entanglement, synchronicity, and shared perception suggest that awareness is interconnected, that thoughts ripple through networks of energy linking minds, life forms, and perhaps even the cosmos itself. In this sense, consciousness is not merely an emergent property, it is an active agent, a participant in the orchestration of reality. The universe communicates in patterns, but it is consciousness that deciphers them. Geometry, frequency, and information exist as silent scripts, waiting for an aware mind to perceive their meaning. Without consciousness, the code remains potential. With it, the code becomes experience, understanding, and creation. Across cultures, consciousness has been recognized as sacred. Mystics and sages have described states of awareness in which the boundaries of self dissolve and the observer merges with the observed. In these states, the hidden architecture of reality becomes perceptible, revealing the interconnectedness of all things and the patterns that govern the universe. Our modern understanding of neuroscience and quantum mechanics begins to align with these ancient insights. The brain is not simply a processor. It is a resonator, a receiver, a participant in a cosmic network of information. Consciousness interacts with fields, frequencies, and patterns, not only interpreting reality, but shaping and harmonizing with the fundamental code of existence. This interplay suggests a profound possibility that life, matter, and mind are not separate. That reality is an ongoing dialogue between consciousness and the universe, a resonance in which every thought, perception, and action contributes to the unfolding pattern. As we continue to explore the cosmic code, we see that consciousness is both the key and the interpreter. It allows us to perceive geometry in nature, to feel the resonance of frequencies, to recognize the code within DNA, and to align with the patterns of existence. It is the bridge between the seen and the unseen, the material and the immaterial, the observer and the observed. In understanding consciousness as a universal key, we glimpse the profound interconnectedness of all things. We begin to see that reality is not a collection of separate objects, but a network of patterns, information, and awareness, where mind and cosmos are entwined in an eternal dance. Consciousness is not merely a property of life. It is a principle of the universe itself. It is a lens, a mirror, a channel through which the hidden code becomes known. Through awareness, we align with the universe, resonating with its rhythms, decoding its patterns, and participating in the cosmic symphony that underlies all existence. And so, as we journey further, we will explore how these principles manifest in reality, how patterns of energy, matter, and information emerge in ways that bridge the quantum and the conscious, revealing that awareness is not separate from creation, but an essential thread woven into the fabric of the cosmos itself. The universe is not random. It is a vast network of patterns, rhythms, and codes interwoven across scales from the tiniest atom to the grandest galaxy. Every spiral, every wave, every oscillation carries meaning, revealing an architecture of existence that is intricate, elegant, and coherent. We have explored geometry, frequency, DNA, and consciousness, all threads of a cosmic tapestry, each one interconnected, each one reflecting the universal code. The question now becomes, what does it mean for the future? for the way humanity perceives, creates, and interacts with reality. Science itself is beginning to recognize the patterns that ancient civilizations intuitively understood. From quantum mechanics to chaos theory, from fractals in nature to the resonance of the cosmos, we are uncovering a universe of order hidden within apparent complexity. The code is everywhere, and as we decode it, we gain the ability to align with its principles, to understand the underlying mechanisms that govern life, energy, and matter. The patterns of the cosmos are not merely descriptive, they are instructive. They teach balance, efficiency, harmony, and connectivity. The spirals of galaxies mirror the spirals of DNA. The golden ratio appears in art, architecture, and nature. Vibrations shape matter, frequencies influence life, and consciousness interacts with the hidden code in profound ways. As humanity advances, our understanding of these patterns may unlock new technologies, new forms of communication, energy, and creation. Imagine a world where we can harness the principles of resonance, where frequency can heal, harmonize, and transform, where geometry guides the design of cities, structures, and networks, aligning human activity with natural order, where consciousness is recognized as a force of co-creation, capable of interacting with the very fabric of reality. The future of understanding lies in integration, science and spirituality, mathematics and philosophy, observation and intuition, all converging to reveal the universal code. By studying the patterns that govern life, matter, and the cosmos, we are not only decoding the universe, but awakening to our own potential as conscious participants in its unfolding. Ancient wisdom offers guidance. The architects, mathematicians, mystics, and philosophers of the past left clues embedded in temples, monuments, sacred texts, and art. They understood that the universe communicates through pattern, and that alignment with these patterns brings insight, power, and harmony. Now, modern humanity has the tools to explore, verify, and expand this knowledge, bridging millennia of understanding with the cutting edge of discovery. Consider the role of information. At every scale, from the quantum to the cosmic, the universe operates as a network of data, interactions, and codes. This information is accessible to us through observation, experimentation, and awareness. By decoding it, we not only understand the cosmos, but learn to navigate it, align with it, and perhaps even influence it. The hidden patterns of the universe also remind us of our responsibility. We are not separate from creation. We are participants, observers, and co-creators. Our actions, our intentions, and our awareness resonate through the web of existence. As we align with these patterns, we can cultivate harmony, sustainability, and deeper understanding in every aspect of life. Cosmic patterns are not static. They evolve, shift, and interact. Galaxies form and dissolve. Stars are born and die. Life adapts and evolves. Consciousness grows. The universe is dynamic, and so too is our understanding. The journey of discovery is infinite, as each revelation opens new doors, inviting us to explore deeper levels of order, meaning, and connection. The future of understanding is therefore both scientific and philosophical, practical and mystical. It requires observation, measurement, creativity, and insight. It asks us to recognize that the universe is intelligible, that patterns exist not for our convenience, but as a reflection of a coherent, elegant, and purposeful design. Through study, exploration, and awareness, we begin to see our place within this cosmic architecture. We see that life is not isolated, that consciousness is not separate, that matter, energy, and information are intertwined, and that we are threads in the grand tapestry of existence, woven into patterns that have persisted since the dawn of time. And so, as we approach the culmination of this journey, we must ask, how will we use this knowledge? Will we recognize the patterns, align with them, and live in harmony with the universal code? Or will we remain blind to the hidden architecture that sustains us? The choice is ours, but the code itself endures, eternal and unchanging, waiting for those who are willing to read, understand, and awaken. Cosmic patterns are both a map and a mirror. They reveal the structure of the universe, and in doing so, they reveal the structure within ourselves. By studying them, we gain insight into creation, consciousness, and the future. By aligning with them, we harmonize with the rhythm of existence itself, becoming participants in a vast, eternal, and infinitely beautiful cosmic dance. We have journeyed across the cosmos, into the realms of geometry, frequency, DNA, consciousness, and cosmic patterns. We have glimpsed the threads that connect life to the universe, the vibrations that echo from atom to galaxy, the codes that underlie existence itself. Now we arrive at the culmination, the revelation of the hidden code. The universe is not random. It is a living, intelligent system, a network of information, patterns, and resonance, where every particle, every life, every thought participates in the unfolding order. The hidden code is the blueprint of creation itself, a set of principles that govern reality from the smallest quark to the grandest galaxy. This code manifests in geometry, the spirals of galaxies, the Fibonacci sequence in life, the golden ratio in art and architecture. It resonates in frequency, the vibrations that shape matter, energy, and consciousness, echoing in the music of the spheres, in DNA, and in our very thoughts. It is encoded in information, the quantum patterns that underpin reality, the double helix that carries life, the entangled particles that connect distant points across space. To read this code is to see the universe as a living, breathing entity, a system of intelligence and harmony, where every element is connected and every action resonates throughout the whole. It is a symphony in which we are both listeners and instruments, co-creators participating in the eternal flow of creation. The hidden code also reveals the nature of consciousness. We are not passive observers of reality. We are active participants capable of perceiving, interacting with, and even influencing the universal patterns. Our thoughts, emotions, and intentions resonate with the same code that structures matter and life, linking mind and cosmos in an eternal dance. Ancient civilizations intuited this truth. Their monuments, temples, and sacred spaces were built as expressions of the universal code, designed to align with celestial rhythms, to channel energy, and to harmonize human consciousness with the cosmos. They encoded the patterns in stone, in proportion, in alignment, and in ritual. The knowledge was never lost. It was hidden in plain sight, waiting for humanity to rediscover it. Modern science confirms what they intuited. Mathematics, quantum mechanics, biology, and physics all point to a universe governed by information, pattern, and resonance. From the quantum fields that underpin reality to the spirals of galaxies and the sequences in DNA, everything is interconnected, orderly, and intelligible. The hidden code is a bridge. It connects the material and the immaterial, the microcosm and the macrocosm, life and consciousness, mind and universe. By understanding it, we gain insight into the architecture of existence, and by aligning with it, we participate in its harmony. It is a guide to creation, a map of life, and a key to unlocking the infinite potential of reality itself. This code is not merely theoretical, it is practical. It informs life, health, creativity, and evolution. It teaches balance, efficiency, and alignment. It guides the growth of organisms, the formation of galaxies, the resonance of music, and the unfolding of consciousness. It is intelligence expressed through structure, rhythm, and pattern. We are both the product and the reader of the code. Our biology, our thoughts, our societies, and our technology all resonate with it. As we expand our understanding, we can design, create, and live in harmony with these universal principles, aligning ourselves with the rhythm of existence and participating consciously in the unfolding of the cosmos. The hidden code is eternal. It existed before time, before life, and before consciousness. It will endure long after individual lives and civilizations fade, a constant, intelligent framework supporting the evolution of matter, energy, life, and thought. It is the ultimate pattern, the silent architecture, the language of creation. To awaken to this code is to awaken to reality itself. It is to perceive the connections between stars and cells, between frequency and form, between consciousness and creation. It is to understand that life is not separate from the universe, but an expression of the same underlying intelligence, and so the hidden code is revealed, a system of patterns, frequencies, information, and consciousness, woven into every aspect of existence. It is not a secret to be hoarded. It is a language to be read, understood, and lived. By embracing it, we align ourselves with the universe, we resonate with its harmony, and we participate consciously in the infinite, eternal flow of creation. The journey of discovery does not end here. The universe is vast, patterns are infinite, and understanding is ever expanding. But those who see the code, who recognize its structure, have glimpsed the architecture of existence itself, the blueprint behind life, consciousness, and reality. They have touched the eternal intelligence that shapes everything, and in doing so, they become conscious participants in the cosmic dance. The hidden code is not just a mystery. It is the essence of existence, the foundation of life, the heartbeat of the cosmos, and the eternal signature of creation itself. As our journey comes to its conclusion, we pause to reflect on what we have discovered. We have traversed the vast expanses of the cosmos, descended into the invisible architectures of matter, and explored the delicate, intricate patterns of life and consciousness. From the music of the spheres to the hidden codes within DNA, from the architectural genius of ancient civilizations to the subtle vibrations of frequency, the universe has revealed itself not as chaotic or random, but as a vast, interconnected system of intelligence and design. The hidden code is everywhere, in spiraling galaxies, in the resonance of atoms, in the sequence of nucleotides, and in the awareness of the conscious mind. It is a language written in geometry, frequency, and information, a universal script through which the cosmos communicates with itself and with us. This code has been glimpsed before, by ancient architects who built temples aligned to stars, by mystics who meditated upon the rhythms of existence, and by thinkers who observed the patterns of nature and life. Yet now modern science and human awareness converge, revealing that the code is not a relic of the past, but a living, active framework shaping reality at every level. We are not separate from this code. We are part of it. Our thoughts, intentions, and actions resonate within it, our lives echo its patterns, and our consciousness can align with its harmony. By understanding the universal code, we gain insight into the cosmos, into life, and into ourselves. The journey of discovery is infinite. Each revelation leads to new questions. Each pattern unfolds into deeper complexity, and the dance of existence continues eternal and ever-evolving. Yet one truth remains constant. The universe is intelligible, ordered and alive, and within its hidden code lies the key to understanding reality itself. As we close this chapter, we are reminded that knowledge is not merely an accumulation of facts, but a deep recognition of connection. The code binds everything together: matter and energy, life and consciousness, mind and cosmos. To perceive it is to awaken, to participate consciously in the unfolding symphony of existence. The hidden code whispers to us through every spiral, every vibration, every oscillation of life. It invites us to listen, to observe, and to align ourselves with the harmony of the universe. It is a guide, a teacher, and a mirror, reflecting the profound intelligence embedded within all of creation. And so, we leave this journey not as passive observers, but as awakened participants in the eternal dance of the cosmos. We carry the knowledge of patterns, frequencies, and consciousness, understanding that reality is not merely seen, but experienced, felt, and resonated with. The universe is alive. Its code is eternal. Its patterns are infinite. And within us lies the capacity to perceive, to harmonize, and to become conscious instruments of this grand cosmic symphony. This is the hidden code revealed. This is the eternal architecture of existence. This is the song of the universe, and we are both its listeners and its notes, forever intertwined in the infinite dance of creation.